Hey guys, red and black greetings. This is Flamengo. Good morning and welcome to the Paparazzo Rubro-Negro channel. If you're just arriving, I invite you to follow, like, and share on all platforms. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe, enable notifications, and like the video. We're here thanks to a sponsorship from Maps Rent a Car in Orlando. I'll leave the link in the pinned comment, in the pinned chat, and also in the description so you can check it out. It's very important for you who travel and want to be with a reliable company taking care of your daily needs. Because when you travel, you come to Florida by car. A car is everything here. Without a car, Uber is expensive. You need to have a new car. And their fleet is amazing. Plus, they also have the Cybertruck and luxury cars. You can get in touch with Maps right now and make sure you get the best service possible. Besides that, I also want to remind you that you can secure your spot at Flamengo games at Maracanã, Recopa, Supercopa in Brasilia, and you can even secure your spot at games outside Brazil. Buenos Aires, Libertadores, the draw is coming up. You can already start planning with Arudo's Caravan because Arudo's Caravan doesn't play around with your dream. Arudo's Caravan is very serious. There's no need. If you have a complaint, don't complain here. They're impressive, man. They do a fantastic job. So I'll also leave the pinned comment here, the link to Arudo's Caravan for you to sign up. Remember that for the games at Maracanã, there's a package with tickets, okay? So it's for Carioca, Brasileiro, Libertadores, Copa do Brasil, all of that. You can secure your spot even for the Recopa, the second leg, the decisive match. You can secure your spot with Arudo's Caravan. So we're going to come here with important news about Flamengo, some interesting information. Look, first of all, I even wanted to mention here that Matias Vina made his debut, man, wearing the River Plate jersey, okay? The former Flamengo player Vina, the left back, made his debut wearing the River jersey. You posted about that, right? Look, a Flamengo player over there at the stadium, right, of Club Nacional, right? And he said he's very happy about his first minutes wearing the River Plate jersey, a stadium where I was very happy. Thank you so much for all the support. Let's go for more. He made it clear that it's a stadium where he was very happy there at National Stadium. He's Uruguayan, and then Matias Vina came, so good luck to him. Even Carrascal and the Flamengo players were commenting and liking Matias Vina's post. Best of luck to him. Not against Flamengo, of course, but he's a guy who deserves it. I wanted him to stay at Flamengo. What can you do, right? He went there. Nothing we can do. Look, we have some information here that got Flamengo fans all stirred up overnight, which was the repost, right? A repost is like a retweet on X. Now we have reposts on Instagram, which is this little section here. See, that's the repost, okay? And Jose Boto, we even tried to check it out, but he already removed that repost, okay? But Jose Boto went to a video that Lucas Paquetá had. Flamengo gets money from Lucas Paquetá and is negotiating with West Ham. Look here, look at this. Jose Boto, he reposted it, okay? He reposted it. Yeah, it's right here, see? Flamengo gets the yes from Lucas Paquetá. It's exactly Paquetá's little dance celebrating that Flamengo got the yes from Lucas Paquetá. Jose Boto reposted it. Why would he repost it? See, he republished it. Is it next to these medals? Then he removed all those reposts, but after seeing the reaction, he went there and took them down. But he had already done it, right? So this isn't even a clue. This is already a situation. He's posting as if he's really confirming it, right? Confirming that Flamengo did receive from Lucas Paquetá, and now they just need an agreement with, well, not just that, right? They need an agreement with West Ham, okay? So this situation has made Flamengo fans excited, thinking that the deal with Lucas Paquetá is really moving forward. It's a deal that could happen, right? And we even made a post here with Lucas Paquetá wearing Flamengo's new jersey, right? Which is going to be released now on the 16th. Look at that. See how it turned out. Lucas Paquetá approved with Flamengo's new jersey. Approved. We put on the long sleeve jersey, right? long sleeve jersey. I thought it looked cool. There's another option. Look, another option there too. Lucas Paquetá now in Mengo's new jersey. Man, the fans, obviously, they commented, it's great to be Flamengo. The sacred Flamengo jersey looks great on Paquetá. He's already one of us. I hope it works out, but nothing too crazy. Falling suits Vasco fans, but it looks good. The shorts should be black. The world's biggest red and black team must play in red and black, but Flamengo has always worn white shorts, okay? And now we have here so we can continue with the situation of Lucas Paquetá. The new Flamengo jersey that leaked. It was fans who leaked the new Flamengo jersey, which is going to be this one with the collar. Look, I'll show you. Here you can see the collar. The long sleeve, right? This one is the long sleeve, okay? Look at that. It looks really cool, right? Really, I love it, man. And the shirt has slightly thicker stripes, right? It turned out really cool, really cool. And then we put Lucas Paquetá in the artwork here, already with the new jersey and the collar, right, which is different. We have a situation here to talk about Lucas Paquetá for you. There are some news updates we're bringing. First of all, Renan Moura reported that Chelsea showed interest in Lucas Paquetá. Chelsea, the world champion Chelsea, could become a direct competitor to Flamengo in the current winter transfer window. I think it's difficult. You know why? Because Paquetá has already made it clear that he wants to come back. And he's asking for Escher to leave. And he wants to play in Brazilian football, play for Flamengo, come back home, right? The player is willing to leave England to return to Flamengo, his beloved club, where the second Renan Moura was discovered. So the thing is, Chelsea is interested, but he doesn't want to stay in England, so his interest is to transfer to Brazil. And Flamengo shows up as the only, not even the main, but the only option for Lucas Paquetá. There was an Italian journalist whose information we brought yesterday, Marco Mampreso, saying that the owner of West Ham, David Sullivan, stated that Lucas Paquetá asked to be transferred to Flamengo. He may not play the next game against Tottenham, though that's not confirmed. Flamengo is also getting closer to signing the player. We also have our own exclusive information here in partnership with the page Planeta do Flamengo that a source connected to Flamengo's board guaranteed that West Ham is asking for 43 million euros, about 40 million pounds actually, 43 or 44 million euros to negotiate. Lucas Paquetá with Flamengo and the Red-Black board believes they can reach an agreement for amounts between 40 and 42 million euros, including goals, bonuses, and everything else. Since below that, the English club probably won't agree to negotiate. So Flamengo already knows and has an idea of how much they want. It's not the 60 million euros everyone mentioned, but Flamengo will need to spend a lot of money. It will be the biggest financial signing in Brazilian football and possibly the largest in the past 10 years. I think since Romario, that signing Flamengo made in '94 after the World Cup, Flamengo signed Romario, the Ballon d'Or winner. I think that since that moment, that's the biggest signing in Brazilian football. There was Adriano, there were some situations, but I think this signing of Lucas Paquetá is emblematic, man, really emblematic. Look, we have Felipe Melo talking about the situation with the signing of Lucas Paquetá. Let's follow along here to see what this is about Paquetá at Flamengo.
What's that, Lauren? Doesn't Flamengo know how to play around? Ah, Almada. Over there, it's with that guy. Then another 35 million for Paquetá. The team is already a machine, and now they're going to bring in another guy at this level. Let me tell you something, okay? Other teams wanting to compete directly need to get stronger. Luzero already brought in Gerson, then Palmeiras got Marlon, and they're talking to other players. Fluminense.
Corinthians is already starting to realize that Even the signings from other teams that seemed good compared to the signing of Lucas Paquetá, they kind of get overshadowed, right? Felipe?
Anyway, the clubs in general that want to compete will have to strengthen their squads. Because, man, I'll say more. I'm here. I'm committed to truth and transparency. These guys strengthen their squad. They already have a powerhouse team, a well-established concept from the coach. If these guys know the coach's game concept, they're the kind of guys who technically they keep possession of the ball, you know? Anyway, they're used to winning. I'm not going to make any comparisons because I don't like comparisons. Oh, it's Real Madrid, whatever. I don't like comparisons, no. But Flamengo, this Flamengo is getting stronger. It's developing athletes. It's scared. It's already out. It was Tetra, soon it will be Penta and so on. Hey Dad, because the team is really strong, man, so people have to strengthen themselves too. I'll say it again, if this signing goes through... What signing? We're at a crowded airport, people.
Airport.
Flamengo Airport. They're bringing in an athlete likely to play in the next World Cup, which was not long ago.
Almost closed for 80 million.
For a specific one, it only didn't go through because of the betting place incident where he was cleared, right? So he's a world-class athlete, global level, which is way above average without a doubt. Uh-huh.
Felipe has been making good comments, right? I was Felipe Melo's press officer early in his career. I often disagreed with him, especially when he was at Fluminense and Palmeiras, provoking Flamengo. I know he's always been a Flamengo fan. He was there. He was at training camp for Palmeiras or Fluminense. I still watched and cheered for Flamengo games. Felipe, for God's sake, right? We know now, over time, he learned to like the clubs he was at. He was clearly frustrated about not returning to Flamengo and not playing for them in the end. But we can tell he's being sincere when he speaks and he makes good comments, and he was very honest when he spoke. If Flamengo signs Lucas Paquetá, then the others wake up and sign him too. Either things are going to get tough or it's going to be bad for them. That's the truth. It's going to be bad for them. Flamengo practically has no competition left in Brazilian football. It's going to be tough except for one game or another. But for example, the Brasileirão, which is a points-based tournament, it's hard to take it away from Flamengo. Even in knockout tournaments with a team like this, Flamengo has a great chance of really winning the Libertadores again. So Lucas Paquetá, this return of Lucas Paquetá is being celebrated a lot by Flamengo fans, already believing in this situation with so many things being published. Jose Boto, the communications director, said that for Boto to recommend a restaurant at the beginning of yesterday's press conference, for Boto to recommend a restaurant on Paquetá Island since he's been going there a lot. So everything is moving toward a positive outcome. Obviously, West Ham will want to get as much money as possible from Flamengo, but Flamengo is getting closer to fulfilling the dream of bringing Lucas Paquetá back home. Look, we have some important news to share here regarding the striker. We shared some information here a few days ago, and it's not about trying to anticipate something that's not happening. This is new, real information, okay? When it happened, we shared it. It's not about bringing it up beforehand just to say we gave the information. We shared it when it actually happened. That Flamengo was considering signing Kauã Elias. And I thought he didn't have the quality of Caio Jorge or Marcos Leonardo and the others, that he would be just an option if they couldn't find anyone else. But I also don't know if Flamengo will want to move forward with this situation with Kauã Elias, okay? The former Fluminense striker even irritated Fluminense fans with the statement he made, talking about a possible interest from Flamengo. I'm grateful to Fluminense for all they've done, and I'm also a professional. I can't say where I would play or where I wouldn't play because in a player's career, you don't decide which team you'll go to. If a team wants to buy you and the team you're with wants to let you go or it's a good offer, you have to go. He's making it clear that if something interesting comes up, he will go to Flamengo. Yes, okay? He's a name that's on Flamengo's radar, but the high price is making the transfer difficult as well. Shakhtar valued him at 35 million euros, practically the same as Lucas Paquetá's value. I think that's absurd. Flamengo understands that the price is too high for a gamble because he's a young player. It could be a gamble. And the board, then, do they believe that amount, huh? Flamengo would rather spend that money on an established player who can compete with Pedro for the position. So the possibility that's gaining strength behind the scenes at Flamengo is to save the money and invest in a forward during the mid-year transfer window. Okay. So ESPN also asked Kauã Elias about Flamengo's offer, if any offer from Flamengo had arrived, and he said, "Not that I know of regarding offers. I always leave these things to my agents, my grandfather, and my father. I check the internet and rumors sometimes, but no team has given me anything concrete. I keep working hard. I'm focused on Shakhtar. I'm happy too. Is that right?" He says, "These are things that can happen, but they might not happen as well. But I've always said that I'm very grateful to Fluminense for everything, for welcoming me, for being a team that opened its doors to me since I was a kid. I leave these things to my Father in heaven because I know He's taking care of it, my Father in heaven." They say that God is taking care of everything. Is that right? As a child, I dreamed of playing for Chelsea or Milan, but that's not my choice, is it? Of course, I would also want it if there's interest from another top European team, but my childhood dreams are Chelsea or Milan. He's making it clear there that he's interested in playing European football at Chelsea or Milan. It's since 24, 25 in Ukraine, Kauã. Elias has 11 goals and 3 assists in 26 games this season. Is he in Brazil? The forward was revealed by Fluminense in 2023 and played in 47 matches for the club with 8 goals and 2 assists, right? He doesn't have impressive numbers, guys. Just to be clear, there aren't any impressive numbers here. Kauã Elias, yes, but that's it. He spoke, gave an interview. He's on the radar, and we're here bringing this information so we can wrap things up here. Pablo Mari, right? Former Flamengo defender, the Spaniard Pablo Mari talked about Mengão. I always remember them. What we experienced there was unforgettable. What I lived there, I will carry with me for the rest of my life. Thank you so much to all of them who still send messages of support. A big kiss to everyone, to the Flamengo fans, right? Thanking Pablo Mari with affection. I only have good memories when it comes to Pablo Mari. That's it. Please follow, like, and share on all platforms on YouTube. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and like the video. Thank you for your support. Best regards, Bruno Neves. This is Flamengo, all right?